Halo teman-teman pioner, bertemu lagi kita hari ini. Semoga semuanya tetap dalam keadaan sehat dan juga aman terkendali. Sebelum kita mulai videonya, jangan lupa untuk like, komen, share, dan juga subscribe video saya kali ini. Judul kita hari ini, P-Network Core Team sudah memiliki ekosistem besar dengan 100 lebih dApp. Nah teman-teman, jadi inilah pembahasan kita kali ini yang akan kita bahas. Yang pasti ini sangat seru, sangat menarik, dan juga sangat penting sekali untuk kita ambil informasinya. Maka sangat sayang sekali kalau sampai terlewatkan. Jadi silahkan disimak dan juga tonton video ini dari awal sampai akhir. Oke, kita langsung aja pada informasinya. Nah teman-teman, di video saya kali ini saya akan menunjukkan dua video ya yang sangat luar biasa yang harus kita tonton. Nah, jadi kita langsung aja tonton videonya. Oke teman-teman ya, jadi jelas pada video kali ini di P-Network Core Team sudah memiliki ekosistem besar dengan 100 lebih dApp. Dari P-Core Team akan mengungkapkan semua aplikasi setelah KYB dan kita dapat menggunakan P untuk keperluan dan aktivitas harian. Beli saja dengan harga murah di bursa dan alihkan P koin ke P wallet. Gunakan P untuk ekosistem guna menciptakan nilai lebih. P dibuat untuk barang dan jasa. Nilai harus diciptakan oleh pelopor dengan ekosistem kita, bukan pasar bursa. Jadilah pengusaha P. Payday, loading, hashtag P-Network 2025, hashtag main P. Oke teman-teman, nah tadi video kita yang pertama, sekarang saya menunjukkan video yang kedua. Oke, langsung aja kita tonton videonya.
Hi pioneers, welcome to the third session of the convention. This is a Pi speaker session with initially the Pi core team talking about updates and plans for the Pi apps platform and the core team apps, followed by a few videos from third-party developers showcasing their apps and ideas and how they would like to integrate with Pi. In the Pi core team's talk, first, we will give some high-level directions for Pi applications. Second, some product and tech updates and plans on the Pi platform. Third, we will discuss the potential apps that the Pi core team may build or guide building in the hope to hear what pioneers think about these apps. Now I'm going to talk about the importance of utility and direction of Pi applications. Applications of Pi are important to create utility and real value in Pi ecosystem. Applications can be built by the core team or third-party developers. The platform is one of the major strategies of Pi core team to decentralize the development of Pi's ecosystem and leverage the power of our global community to achieve the breadth and scale of traditional economies. For ecosystem building, there are two types of apps. First, apps with economic incentives or a business model for developers. And second, apps without a business model but essential to the infrastructure and completion of the ecosystem. Now I'm going to talk about type 1 apps with business models. This type of apps mean that they can earn Pi from the business transactions inside their apps. For example, charges of Pi for facilitating a purchase for goods and services, or direct sales in Pi to pioneers. These apps make their own independent product, technology, and business decisions. What features or functionalities to include in the app, how much to charge. What we are looking for in this type of app are those that create real utilities of Pi, boost the usage of Pi and contribute to the growth of the ecosystem. For example, apps that facilitate selling and purchasing goods and services, marketplaces, service exchange apps, apps that make direct sales of goods and virtual goods, or social applications, applications that charge subscriptions for content or services they provide. For initial apps, we would also consider lightweight apps, meaning that it is simple and easy to understand by most pioneers and have a simple integration mechanism into Pi. For example, fun games with in-app purchases, social apps or meme apps, influence apps, in the realm of being transferable on the internet. While more heavyweight apps will be onboarded into the platform later. Heavyweight apps here refer to apps that, in addition to online exchange of value, also require physical world activities, such as inventories, supply chains, and logistics. The reason for the order falls in line with our interactive design process, where the lightweight applications at first can help us debug any issues and make improvements in the online processes of how platform, apps, and pioneers interact with each other in terms of technical integrations, user experience, and economics, before introducing and compounding these processes with physical world complications or coordinations required by the heavyweight applications. Now I'm going to talk about type 2 apps, ecosystem apps. This type of apps refer to they don't have business models, but are essential to the infrastructure of the Pi ecosystem. The purpose of such apps are to complete inefficiencies, facilitate growth of the ecosystem, and benefit the common good of the network. Such projects can be either developed by a specific third-party developer or led by the community or the core team through open-source projects with crowdsourcing from the community. Some of these apps are not necessarily having a business model in Pi and will not or should not be charged for service fees, should be free for the community, such as auditable open-source KYC solution. The reward for the contributions to such projects
Oke teman-teman, jadi itulah videonya ya. Yang mana pada video ini Chengdiao itu membahas tentang ekosistem Pi Network yang sangat luar biasa. Yang mana pada ekosistem Pi Network, para pioner nantinya bisa melakukan berbagai macam transaksi di sini teman-teman. Nah, memang sekarang core team baik Nicholas, Chengdiao beserta tim-tim yang lain lebih sering membahas tentang ekosistem Pi Network. Ya, luar biasa. Jadi teman-teman perlu ingat, bursa bagian alur dari perkembangan Pi Network. Faktanya diluluskan KYB oleh core team. Alur bagi pioner sejati adalah tidak menjual koin Pi hasil penambangan di bursa, namun boleh membeli Pi di bursa. Ingat, di bursa Pi masih harga IOU, bukan harga resmi dari core team. Di bursa masih ICO, belum ECO. Ya teman-teman, jadi inilah ya informasi kita kali ini. Jadi ada dua video yang bisa saya share ataupun bagikan kepada teman-teman semua. Jadi semoga ini bisa bermanfaat, bisa menambah semangat, motivasi dan juga imun teman-teman semua agar lebih optimis lagi bersama Pi Network dan juga menambang koin Pi. Karena walaupun kita telah memasuki fase Mainnet, kita masih diberi kesempatan untuk memperbanyak koin kita teman-teman. Oke, kita semoga informasi ini juga bisa menambah wawasan kita seluas-luasnya tentang Pi Network. Kita bertemu lagi besok dengan informasi terbaru terupdate tentang Pi Network. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.